Hi everyone, I'm Julia Katsivo. I'm really excited to be here with you on this Tuesday evening to talk about marketing. So this is going to be a really great episode for you. If you are someone who's already a go-getter, knows who their ideal client is, who their target market is, and is doing the work. By that I mean that you go out, you put on, you go to networking events, you're active on social media, you have no problem talking to people on the phone or sending out emails or letters. The problem is you're still not getting clients. This is going to change your results, so please stay here with me, and I'm going to show you a few things that you can change immediately that's going to help you get better results for tomorrow. As well, I'm going to also let you know of an opportunity where you're going to be able to have more in-depth information that's going to really help you nail those ideal clients for tomorrow. Why is all this important? Well, I'll tell you this. I worked for Canada Revenue Agency for 7 years, and a lot of the businesses that weren't doing well had one major problem. They were really awesome and amazing at the actual work they did, that is their products and their services. The problem came when, in marketing and in sales. The business owners were just not doing anything when it came to marketing and sales. And if they were not consistent or they were not doing it right. Hence, their businesses were failing. This is a huge thing. So if you nail marketing and you nail sales, you already got your products and services down pat. Put that all together and you create magic called profit. That's why this topic is important, especially as we head off toward the last quarter of the year. Lots of you are looking at your results and you're thinking, this is not what I intended for myself starting out. This is not the way I wanted to finish the year, not making money, not getting enough clients, not being seen. For a lot of my clients, not having the speaking engagements, not being seen on stages or in publications. This is not what I wanted for myself. And it's so discouraging when you spend so much time and money going out meeting people and trying different marketing strategies and none of them are working. So have your paper and pen, and I want you to watch this and watch this again and again and again until you get it, because once you do, your results will change. And I pretty much guarantee that. So let's dive in. Now, you have a plan, right? So you go out to networking events and you post on social media. You have an email list that you post to regularly. You also have joint partners. You probably do workshops, a lot of the marketing activities that are correct. And the question is, well, why are you not getting your clients? I mean, this doesn't make sense. Well, I'll tell you what I've discovered. I've discovered that lots of us work with large target markets. And what we do is we don't identify specific types within those target markets to speak to about their unique problems. So for example, you may be a life coach, and you may be a life coach who helps active professional men get in shape easily and quickly without taking time away from their work or their family. I mean, that's amazing. Who wouldn't want that? The problem is all the men that you're speaking with, all the women that you're speaking with, they don't want what you're giving them because they don't feel that they need it. Now, what we need to do here is we need to look at the group of people that we're addressing. And hi, Demis, we need to look at the people that we're addressing and figure out a specific type. Now, I call them Jane. That's what I name all my specific types of people. So find a name, because until you figure out exactly who you're talking to, you'll always be talking to an idea. So in our example, we have a coach who specializes with men who are busy professionals and they want to be fit, but they don't want to take time away from their work or their home. That sounds specific enough, doesn't it? The reason why the person may not be getting the clients is because we could actually go in a little bit deeper with that type, and let's call him John, and decide to go this route. We might decide we're going for people like John who would like to get workout plans that are about 10 minutes and they can do this every day. and then really work on helping them achieve that goal within 10-minute slots. This makes it a bit more specific, and it allows for people like John to say, I can do that because I love to work out, but I don't want to work out for a whole hour. I don't have that time. But if you're telling me that you can help me work out 10 minutes a day, then I'm in. You see that? You get a buy-in in that sense. You could also at the same time say, okay, so that's John. Now let's talk about Patrick here. And what I'm going to help Patrick do is learn breathing techniques that he can use within stressful situations while he's at work and while he's at home, because he has his corporate job title, CEO, he's also a husband and father, and all of that comes with a lot of responsibility. So what I can do is I can offer Patrick 1 or 2 or 3 things that he can do to help himself remain stress-free in a stressful environment. Now, when you offer that option to some of the people within your target market, they may say, you know what, that's exactly what I need. This is how you get your results. It's looking at your target market and then picking out one character, naming that character, and then deciding what you can offer that one character that he or she needs. Because Demis is on here, I'm going to use acting, okay? I'm going to use your industry and your field as an example. So let's say Demis loves, which you do, being on stages, live stages to be precise. Now, as an example, when you're going out and you're marketing yourself, when you get to that point, I know right now you're in school, but when you get to the point where you want to market yourself, you may look at the wide array of the different things that you can do, the different types of plays that you can do. And then what I would suggest that you do is figure out 1 or 2 specific stage types. So for example, you may find that you have an affinity for acting out during the summer, but acting out improv, live, on the grass, where people are there and anything can happen to change the script, but you are very much at home in that environment. And then call that sort of stage a name, give it a name. And when you're looking for work in that arena, you're going to focus only on your skill set and what you bring to the table that would work in that arena alone. You may also decide that you're very comfortable acting in musicals and that you have the best of times on big stages, Moorish theater. And what you do then is you call that a name and you work specifically on the benefits that you bring to that specific stage. This means that though you love acting on stage, you're actually looking at specific targets. And this helps you get work faster, rather than if you went out and said, I love to work on stages, live stages. As specific as that sounds, we still have room for specificity. That's what I see commonly out there, is that we have people who work in groups, target markets, and in their mind, they believe that they're narrow enough, or they fear going narrow because they don't want to limit their opportunities. So this is by no way limiting your opportunities, but if you're looking for work and you're looking for work within the next 24 hours, this is how you get your results. I'll give you an example. When I first started out, I wanted to help people with marketing, but it was more than that. I wanted to help people create systems that took them from, marketing all the way down to how you set up your day so that you can be more productive. The thing is, if I went out and I spoke to every entrepreneur out there and I said, I help you manage your life so that you can make more money and have less stress, well, nobody would pay me, because what does that mean exactly? I could be talking to the most stressed out person who needs the most accountability and systems in place, but at that moment, I'm not really speaking to a need. So what I did is I created a couple of Janes. So I had 1 Jane, 2 Jane, 3 Jane. Now you don't have to use the same name. You can use different names to help you differentiate. The point is create different specific people. So for 1 Jane, it was a person who was very new to business and didn't even know what he or she wanted to offer. Now I had to go in there and speak to that person from a different point of view than the one who had products and services but was having a hard time getting clients. For this specific podcast, I'm speaking to people who know what they're doing, who are in their target market. The problem is they're not getting work. They're not getting clients. They're not getting work. And this is the proven way to get work immediately. So the homework that I would present to you today is to sit down and look at the people that you can help with all your skill sets, all your experience, the people that you want to help, and the stages in which you want to work in. And then narrow it down specifically to 1, 2, or 3 very specific types. This is not saying that you will not be able to do anything else anywhere else, but this is helping you get into the habit of clearly identifying very specific work that you can do and then knowing where to go. Now, that's the next thing, right? Where do you go? Now, this is where I come in with a PDF. It's a brief PDF. It's about 2 pages. And in it, it shows you 5 ways to attract your ideal client. This is going to work perfectly for you if you do the homework that I have suggested for you. So if you sit down and you come up with 2 specific types of people that you'd like to work with, companies that you'd like to work for, corporations that you'd like to speak in or train for, stages you'd like to speak on, if you come up with that, then this PDF is going to help you because it's going to show you the 5 ways to get that work. Put that in motion, and within the next 24 hours, I guarantee you, you will see results. And I'd love for you to share them with me in this group. Let everybody know what's working for you. For example, I had a client and she wasn't getting any clients. And she was out there speaking, networking. She was doing everything under the sun, according to her, so that she could get clients, but nothing was moving. And so what she did is she tried out my method. She actually sat down and she came up with a very specific person that she wanted to reach out to. And this person she named Sophie. And within 24 hours, she gave me a call and she's like, I got 18 people that I actually can talk to. And it's like, yes, of course you do. Because the moment you get that specific, then all these options prop up. Without this kind of work, you're not giving your mind anything to work with. We're living in the abstract world. If I was to go out and say, I help all entrepreneurs, well, that makes my life so hard because it means that I look out into the world and I think, well, who could I help? I don't know. But if I say, okay, I'm looking specifically for Jane. Jane does social media. She goes out for networking events. She knows who she's helping. She's having a hard time landing those clients. I can help her with this specific problem, and this is how. Hope this has been of benefit to you. Please click that link and get your 5 ways to attract your ideal client. Any questions, comments, post them on here. I'd love to read. I'd like to see where you're at, and I'll see you next Tuesday.